Let's start in Spain, shall we?
Yeah.
It's obviously La Liga season starting on Friday night. We've got all the games on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
I think this is a season we should be excited with because, yeah, of course, it should be Real Madrid or Barcelona, but at least there should be more of a duel than we saw last season.
Well, we hope so, Jules. I mean, Barca are the sort of big story, aren't they? Because we're sitting watching all the new signings get through the door, if they can play. And then we're watching them thinking, on paper, they could be incredible. And Real Madrid are just this winning machine that when you stick them out there, they're just formidable. Frightening. They've got an ego about them now. When everyone plays against them, they think they've got a chance of beating them, but no one can. Atletico Madrid, we don't know what we're going to get as well. They're always an interesting story with Simeone, but the league looks very, very exciting.
If we start with Real Madrid, the champions, the European champions as well, you're right, there's this ultra confidence in their own ability that whatever happens in the game, at the end we will win.
Yes.
Surely when you start a season like this with all the momentum that they've had, you know, they've won 17 of the last 19 finals, which is crazy. You go into that even with only Rudiger and Tchouaméni as new players, which is still great, but you know, it's not like an overhaul of your squad. You have to feel confident that no one can beat you.
Exactly, and I think the smart thing is, like you said about Tchouaméni and Camavinga coming, you know, year or two when they're going to be in the first team, you can see a sort of clear pathway because Toni Kroos and Modric can't go on forever. Yeah. So you can see the pathway for the younger players. So you can see building, but at the same time, when you get them out on the pitch, it's almost like they've got this fear factor, which I don't think they had probably 3 or 4 years ago. Everyone thought they were going to fall off a cliff, and Benzema was going to drop, and Modric and Kroos and Casemiro, and people were going, they're all finished. And all of a sudden now they've got that fear factor back because of the run, I think, in the Champions League and winning it. I don't know how you felt in the Champions League, but I was going, they're going to lose. Yeah. They're going to lose. 100%. They're going to lose. Liverpool will win. And then you just kept doing it. And all of a sudden now you sit back and you go, man, you got to pay these guys some respect. Yeah. They're incredible.
100%. And I think what it means now for Barcelona is that they will have to not have a perfect season domestically to win La Liga again. Yeah. Because it's been a while now since they've won it. But pretty near perfect in the sense that the consistency will have to be there. Xavi will have to get his right team straight away. So we remember Lewandowski, Koundé, Rafinha, Kessie and Christensen are really the 5 big signings, well, the first 4 especially. But how do you assess the whole sort of negativity from the last few weeks of will we be able to register them, all those financial problems, etc.? Do you think that could have an impact on how they've prepared for this weekend?
I think it must. It's something that I don't think you can measure, but I think it must have an impact when you're in the dressing room. And if I'm a player and we're in the dressing room and we're chatting and we're thinking, oh, you're registered? Not yet. When's it going to get done? Not sure. So it has that little niggling sort of factor.
Right.
But at the same time, the fans from the outside will be full of optimism, I think, seeing Lewandowski come in and the quality of signings that's come in. Defensively, I still think they're a little bit behind Real Madrid. That's where I think they need to strengthen. But when you get these players out, and if they're all registered and they're all ready to go, and it might take them a week or 2 for everyone to be registered, even though it's got to be done, I know, by this weekend, but I mean up to speed, you'd like to think Barca are going to be competitive.
They should be,
shouldn't they?
This is the best squad in the league, right? When you think about all the options that Xavi has for the front 3, for the midfield 3, defensively maybe a little bit different, but it's incredible. So if he gets it right and they hit the ground running straight away, Lewandowski scores, Rafinha is good, Koundé is solid and brings solidity to that defense, it should be very interesting.
It should be a fascinating league, shouldn't it?
And then there's Atletico Madrid, which I find fascinating because it's a great squad. They've added Molina from Udinese, who's really good, like right back or right wing back if you want. They've kept Joao Felix, they've kept a lot of the players who could make them special. Yeah. And yet we still wonder if it will be a special season for them.
It's a weird one because when you look at Atletico Madrid, in my opinion, I don't know if you agree, but in the past under Simeone, when they were horrible and they were winning 1-0 and keeping clean sheets for fun with an amazing back 5, you thought that's their style. Yeah. That's their DNA. Then all of a sudden they try to change it with like Thomas Lemar and Joao Felix, Griezmann. You think they're easier on the eye. They must be better. Yeah. It went away from actually what they were good at. Yeah. So everyone was sort of fearing Atletico Madrid because they can beat you 1-0 and keep clean sheets for fun. Yeah. Now on paper you look at them and you think, oh, they're amazing. But they've lost that little bit of nastiness, I think. So somehow I think you've got to find the line and try and bridge that gap between really good going forward, but being defensively really solid.
Yes, it's almost a crisis of identity. They're not really sure exactly where to go and
things
how
had to change because they couldn't do that forever. Yeah. But it's almost like the change, which sounds crazy and sounds like I'm an absolute lunatic, where you go, they've brought too much quality in. Yeah. Because you can't get them in the same side if you want to be competitive, if you want to keep clean sheets.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.